Hello, team. Oh my goodness, I've lost my voice, so please bear with me. But I really felt like I needed to go live today after my experience that I just had this weekend at Summit. And I hope this comes across properly because I'm just so filled with passion and joy and fire and just all these ranges of emotions. And it's really funny. This is over, I've been there for just a total of 6 days, and the level of intenseness of feelings that you get while you're there is absolutely incredible and life-changing. And I just want to back up a little bit. Last year, I didn't go to Summit. This is my very first one. And I used to hear all of the stories when some of my coaches, not my coach, so my upline coaches came back from last year, and hearing their stories and just their passion and just how they felt was absolutely, incredible. But I truly didn't get the full understanding until I went to my own summit. So when I talk to you about this and I tell you about how I feel and the passion behind this event and how it can change your life, I want you to take those feelings that you get from me and I want you to magnify them 20-fold because because you haven't been there. I apologize. Because you haven't been there, it's really hard to impart. So take those feelings that I invoke in you and then just make them even bigger, because this event was absolutely mind-blowing. And seeing a lot of our team together in one place and doing the things that we got to do in one place was, I keep using the word incredible, but that's just exactly what it was. This event is not only there to help solidify your relationships as teams, but Beachbody does an absolutely amazing job of giving you tools and giving you resources to use to help you move forward in your business, because it's a known fact. Being a coach, we have all of these stumbling blocks that we all end up hitting, right? And they can be very, very different stumbling blocks. And what this conference did was take all of those elements where we all feel like, well, maybe I'm not really great at inviting. Maybe I'm not very good at sharing my story. Maybe I don't really understand how the organization works. Maybe I don't understand why I, for myself, should be doing, these fitness programs and drinking this shake. They touched on so many different subjects. So not only were they pertain to us, but also to our clients and customers. And I want to really drive this home, okay? I want you to listen to me here. What we are doing is needed, okay? Not because we need to fill our pockets with money. Not at all. Because the trend of obesity is real. The health of people in this world is in jeopardy. It's in jeopardy. We all know that the path that a lot of people are leading, me included, 2 years ago that I was leading, was not making me my best me. It was not giving me health. So when you think about what we are doing and what we are sharing and what we are encouraging and what we are inviting people to join, it is needed. We need it. The world needs it. Our children need it. Our children's children need it. Don't ever forget that. That is one of the most powerful things, is if you always remember what we are trying to invite people to join. How can we not? How can we not invite these people to join us? Honestly, I think to myself, if I hadn't started my journey 2 years ago, where would I be? I was at 230 pounds. Would I now be 250? 260? I honestly, I can't even tell you how grateful I am that somebody, one of my friends, Cheryl, noticed me on a journey and said, hey, do you remember Raina? that I used to work, that we used to work with, she has a group online. I think you'd really like it. jumped into the group, and then my history is being written that way. I'm designing my life. I designed my health and fitness. Now I'm designing how my life is going to be. So please, please, I know it can be tough to invite. I have learned some very, very, very valuable things this weekend that I will share with you, I promise, about how to make inviting a more natural thing, how to share in a more natural way, so we never feel like we are selling. Because in the past, when I first started with Beachbody, it was a struggle. I felt like I was selling. I had been in 2 jobs previous to me choosing to stay home and raise my children that was heavily, heavily based in sales. Okay, I worked for a medical company where I traveled across Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. And it was, in essence, selling. And I didn't understand then about how sharing would be a better way of being able to, get the people that I was touching into what I was doing. And the other job that I did too, actually I did with Raina, that's where I worked, and Cheryl, the 2 people that I talked about in that story. It was sales. We used to have to get up when we got to work, and we would have, say, you had to contact 30 people. And this was cold calling. I was doing cold calling. There was no getting to know people. I mean, I could build a relationship after I had done the cold call, but I was going right out and cold calling. And I didn't like it. I did it, and I was good at it, but I did not like it. And what I love about Beachbody is that they've taken that element out, because we are getting to know people first. We are sharing parts of ourselves with people. We are creating relationships that are non-selling related. My first conversation with somebody is never, hey, buy the 21-day fix. Never. Those people need to get to know me and who I am. And then I get to know who they are, because they are seeing what I do. So again, I'm going to reiterate, I have learned some very practical tools, very practical ways of creating a way of inviting and sharing our stories so that people see a little bit into who we are. And I want to just touch on this a little bit. For most of you that know me, Shaun T is somebody that had a humongous impact in my life, huge. And he is the one that started what I call my Beachbody journey. I often hear him in my head. Okay, so the phrases that he says, dig deep, is one of my most favorite phrases. I'm here for you. You can do it. He looks you in the eye. Right? I feel like he's talking right to me. Anyways, my point is this. He did a surprise motivational speak in one of our general sessions. And he touched on the subject of truth, trust, transparency. And what does that mean? It means you need to be truthful to yourself about who you are, and truthful out to the world around you when you're sharing. And he said, because basically, if you're not truthful, if you're not authentic to who you are, the truth will come out, right? At some point in time, you can't be in the public eye and not be truthful. And he said, it's not that we want to lie, okay? So I'm not saying any of us want to lie, but we're not even being truthful to ourselves. It's tough, right? We have to share parts of ourselves that we're just like, oh my goodness, do I want to share that? Do I want people to see, this part of me? But what he said, when you trust people enough and trust yourself enough to go out there and show, you breed a relationship with people. You breed a relationship with people that you've never even met in person, you've never seen, you've never talked to. And that's what this business is about, is being authentically you and being true to your truth and sharing who you are. What does that look like? Like, something that I haven't done a very good job of sharing yet, but I am going to, is I have always dreaded the day when my baby goes to grade 1. Why? Because that is the day that my husband and I agreed that I would then go back out into the workforce. And I don't want to go back out into the workforce. I've done it, and I loved my time there, but I want to be here for my family. Every holiday, I want to be here. for my kids. I want to be here for the days that my kids are sick. I don't want to be running around struggling, trying to find somebody to watch my children. I want to be here for my husband when he comes home from work. I want to be here when my family decides to take off in the middle of summer to our camping place. And I don't want to have to worry about organizing not only my husband from his work, but organizing myself. And so I am taking this. I just hope my emotion for this is coming through, because it is so empowering to take control of who I am and what I want and be able to share it with the world. Because guess what? There's people exactly like me who want to, not go back into the workforce. They want to stay home. Yeah, there's other people out there who want, they want to go back into the workforce, and there is nothing wrong with that. And that's what's amazing, because you'll find people that, will resonate with you. I just want to briefly touch on something here. We talk about inviting and how difficult that is. And again, I told you I would do some more stuff on that. But I want to just tell you that we need to uncomplicate the inviting process. And we need to not be worried about possible rejection. I rejected Raina probably three times when she asked me about Shakeology. But she was always kind. She was always compassionate. And on the wake-up call today, Carl Deichler said, actually I'm going to read it because it was amazing. It said, "We are more kind than we are competitive. And we are more compassionate than we are self-interested." And it's true. It's true. When I talk to these coaches around me and I go, oh my goodness, it is so, so true. Be kind, be compassionate, and everything else will follow. And I want to just, last thing, I know I said last thing before, but truly, I feel like my brain is just buzzing, is the fact that the girls that attended Summit last year, when I didn't go, I have seen that fire this last year. They have not only become more authentic to themselves, but I am seeing their businesses grow and grow and grow and grow. And I know what it's from. I know it is from investing in themselves and investing in this opportunity to be able to be in one place with 25,000 plus coaches. It was crazy. But they invested in themselves. And this year, I invested in me. I invested in what I want to do and what I want to create and how I want to create my life by design. And I invested in me. And I'm telling you now, it is overwhelming dollar-wise to think about it. It really is. And you just think, oh man, I can't spend that money. And I'm going to say this, there are some people that probably legitimately, they can't spend the money. But be truthful to yourself. Are you one of those people? And if you can answer yourself, yes, I am one of those people, then I support you. But if you're one of those people that is just saying, I truly can't go, but yet there are things where you can maybe cut back on spending money. Maybe there's a way you can do a payment plan to yourself every month in order to attend. Do it. Do it. And at the end of the day, let's say I never did anything with the stuff that I learned at Summit. Let's say I never just touched it. I am still a better person for being there because of what it fills you with. Self-confidence, empowerment, passion, drive, fire. For life, just life in general, fighting for you and what you want. Now for me, it is firing me to do what I need to do to make it necessary so that I do not go back into the workforce when my baby hits grade 1. So I will use it in order to reach the world that needs to be reached. I will do that. But please, please just know it is never a waste of money. It is never a waste of time. It is absolutely incredible. The atmosphere is electric. And I'm telling you, even if you have one little inkling of wanting to go, fan it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you, everybody.